Hi, it's Stuart Sutton at 1 Acre Plus Homes at RE/MAX 1. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to talk about the 1 Acre Plus experience, the contract to close phase. Now, this is just a minor part of the contract to close phase. There are many other nuances, but an experienced agent is invaluable when you start negotiating to purchase or sell a home on an acre or more. Now, as a home buyer, there's some things you need to be aware of. As a seller, you also need to be aware of these. There's some extra cost in buying a home on an acre or more. Some of these costs are negotiable. Some of them, even though they're negotiable, are kind of standard. You really ought to consider getting a new survey or having insurance coverage. What I mean by that is the title insurance company will provide an insurance policy for the title. They will also extend that coverage to the survey. This is a negotiable item, and there's really not a standard here, but a lot of buyers will ask the seller to take care of that, and a lot of sellers will ask the buyer to take care of that. That's about $200 to $400, depending on the price of the home. The insurance coverage for the survey, the title company will provide that. The survey expense itself, a lot of sellers are not going to want to pick up the cost of a new survey because it is expensive, but buyers, if the current survey isn't acceptable to the title company, it's going to have to be negotiated, and that can be $800 to $1,800. Now, that range can be bigger than that. I'm talking about typical small acreage. Those are more expenses to buying a home on acreage than you might incur in buying a regular subdivision home. A home on acreage is also going to have a septic system. I cannot tell you how many times the buyer's agent, when I had a home listed, would mess this part of the negotiation up. An inspection is an absolute. That's really the most expensive thing you can probably encounter if there are problems. More expensive than a roof, probably as expensive or more expensive than a slab problem, anything. The septic really needs to be inspected, and that's around $350 to $450. Some septic inspectors will inspect a septic without having it pumped, and they have a reason for that. Some septic inspectors will no way in any instance inspect a septic unless it has been pumped. Some of them want it pumped while they're there. This is another expense, the pumping, and that's, again, negotiable. The septic inspection is pretty standard. The buyer typically pays for that. If there's a well, and a well, by the way, is a big advantage, especially, for example, if you have a swimming pool. You can fill that pool with well water and you're not spending any money. It's fantastic. The well needs to be inspected because, again, wells can be quite expensive like septics. Water testing for the water coming from the well is important if you use it for drinking water. Now, every scenario is different. Some homeowners have access to public water, but they use their well for swimming pools and for irrigation. But if you're drinking the well water, you want to be sure to have it tested as well. Again, more expenses that you can incur, and these are really not very negotiable. Most sellers aren't going to pay to have the well inspected for you if you're buying the home, or the water tested. But water testing tends to go both ways. Sometimes a seller will do that. Sometimes the buyer will do that. I hope that makes sense. Now, the option period, which is the period of time you have to do inspections and determine if there are any issues that need to be addressed, needs to be a little bit longer on a home on acreage than it is in a typical subdivision. I see option periods now of 6, 7, 8 days in subdivisions. That time period is pretty tight if you have to get home inspection, termite inspection, well inspection, septic inspection. So we try to go a little bit longer on the option period if we're helping a buyer with a home on acreage, typically 10 to 12 days. Thanks for taking the time to listen. I hope this was helpful. There's a lot more factors. If you want to take a look at some of the other vlogs, you can go back and look at a lot of other issues regarding homes on an acre or more, and that is at 1acreplusvlog.com. That's with a V, vlog, because these are all videos. Thanks so much. Hope to meet you soon so you can experience the new level of real estate service. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.